once, and I'll tell you twice. The way I feel, here's my advice. I told you once, and I'll tell you twice.
Yo, what's happening, everybody? This is your boy Theo with another episode of Shakedown. This is episode 16. It's probably going to be my best ever episode because I've got a lot of content to talk about this time, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So the first topic that we're going to talk about is Sir Bruce Forsyth. Now, he, of course, passed away this time last year, and his family decided to scatter his ashes beneath the stage of the London Palladium. Now, I instantly, when I looked at the story, I looked at it and I thought to myself that it's a beautiful thing to do because this guy is an entertainer. He's been entering living rooms from as long as I can remember. And he's done very, very well at it, and I have a lot of respect for him. He's such a nice guy, and you can easily see that on TV. And you know, he deserves to be honored in the highest praise possible. I'm so glad that he actually got his knighthood. It was a long time coming for him, but yeah, I think that where his ashes are laid right now, it's where he really wants to be, on the stage, giving it all, performing, because that's what he loves to do, and everything else. And I honestly wish his family all the best. And I personally want to say that Sir Brucey is a hero of mine, to be honest. I grew up watching him, and I've got tons of respect for him. So may he rest in peace. And we'll miss him always. We'll remember him always. Okay, the next topic I'm going to be speaking about is Nike. Now, I've been wearing stuff from them from ages. I'm not affiliated to them in any which way. I don't have a sponsorship deal. I wish I did, though. But it's been a big part of my life. Let's just put it that way. So what I found on social media a few days ago was, well, you'll be able to see it right now. And yeah, it's not good. It's a balaclava, and it's got straps that looks like it can hold knives or even guns. And with what's going on in the streets at the moment, it's not good, not good at all. You know, you got people dying left, right, and center, and I don't know which reason for, but like, surely this violence on the streets, it just needs to stop, you know. And it's just not really a good thing to do, to have all this sort of balaclava look and everything. I know it's trying to possibly get into the winter market and get it ready for the winter, because we're all going to need winterish clothes and everything. But it don't look good. It doesn't look good at all. Why? Why would you want to get behind that bandwagon, you know, to try and sell that thing on the streets? Why? Why is it why it's not great, you know? It's promoting street violence. It's not promoting a look to, get out there and run and do whatever sporting pastures that you guys might have. But at the same time, it just doesn't look good. I mean, once people leave their houses, yes, it's important to conduct yourself in the right way, but some people don't understand all that stuff. Some people will go out there, don't care about anything else, and they will go out there and they'll make trouble from this. And I feel so strongly about this because I'm not a guy that's promoting violence. I'm not a guy that's promoting any sort of thing that's out there to get myself in trouble in any which way possible. But I'm out there to actually say to people that we can all live better as a society, and we can all live in a place where there's not needed to be violence. If there's an argument, sorted out with words. You ain't gotta get yourself a weapon to win somebody's life just so that you can feel better about yourselves. And wearing that sort of thing, it doesn't even make it any better. I don't want Nike to actually get involved in all that stuff. Concentrate on what's good, what they're doing, what is good. You know, I just feel so strongly about this because yes, I'm so loyal to the company. I'm not gonna stop wearing the clothes. I'm gonna be an old man wearing my Nikes. I plan on doing that, but I will not. I won't allow them to, you know, to do this sort of thing. I won't stand for that. But luckily, they have pulled the item from its website, so hopefully we shouldn't see it anywhere near our streets. But rest assured, but make no mistake, it's time that we should end this violence. It's time that we should actually love one another, respect one another. We all come from different races. We're come from different cultures. And I think as well as men out there as well, we need to kind of say to ourselves that us men that need to start to band together and say to ourselves, how can we actually become better men by talking to others? That's why I've done this podcast. That's why I've done this thing where where us men can actually sit and watch and get somebody that can actually talk to you about real men stuff instead of just being into our shells and we're doing things to get ourselves into trouble. We need to get out there together and actually say to ourselves that, look, you know, um, we're not out there to say, yeah, this is a man's world in the words of James Brown, but we need to kind of say to ourselves that, yes, we have our place in the world, but yes, we do know that women do have their place in the world. And it's not just being a housewife and everything else. They're out there doing stuff as equally as men, if not better than men. So I think we should actually bear that in mind. That's the reason why I wanted to come out and actually speak about this particular issue. It's not right what Nike's doing, but I'm glad they pulled their stuff off the website. But I hope that they don't go into this sort of thing where it's going to make things worse on the streets out there, because it just would tarnish what they've been building up for over so many years that they've been about. They've been at this since the 70s. I would hate for it to actually end that way. Okay, the next topic I'm going to speak about is Kevin Spacey. Now, Kevin Spacey is a big actor. He's been in films such as American Beauty, Superman Returns, to being in a few, but obviously a lot of people resonate with him by watching House of Cards on Netflix. Now, he has been accused of sexual impropriety. And from a string of people, and he actually came out that he was gay, and it left a sour taste in the minds of people, and as a result of that, he released a film a couple of days ago that was called Billionaire Boys Club, and guess how much that actually take in its opening weekend? Nope, you're dead wrong. It is $126. That's just 97 quid in UK money. Um, and it's a disappointment. I don't think I've ever seen a film that would actually score that amount of money in a space of a weekend. I've never seen it done before. And I think also it just kind of sends a message out to, not to him personally, but to others out there that we look up to these people, and there's only so far that we could actually condone as human individuals. I think also with him, he's got to look at this and actually say to himself that what I've done is what I've done, and I want to try and rebuild myself. I want to try to rebuild my career, and in essence, he's tried to do that. But I don't think anyone's going to be able to forgive him for what he's done, because this kind of takes it back to the Harvey Weinstein case as well. With what's going on with him at the moment, abusing that power, abusing where he is at the moment, just for sexual gain and trying to get everything what he wants and everything. And I know that Hollywood and the entertainment industry as a whole is so ruthless and it's so tough, that being professional needs to be paramount in this stage of the game, really. I'm not even an actor, but even I can tell of how rough it probably is. So I just think that Kevin Spacey does need to look at himself, and he does need to kind of say to himself, like, where is he going, what he's going to be able to do, and how is he going to move forward from here. But he's only got himself to blame from all this. So yeah, $126, that's not great, is it? Now, coming up next, I'm going to be speaking about Jamie Oliver. Now, he has caused a big stir. What's happened is he's released, you're not going to believe this, jerk rice. Now, jerk rice is a packet where he has a rice, a mixture of seasoned ingredients inside it to make it sound like it's. I can't really explain it. It's weird because it's caused such a big stir that it's kind of alienated people. And I've got big respect for Jamie Oliver because he is a guy that went out there and tried to do something about the way that kids have been eating their food, trying to tackle the obesity problem. He tried to do his best to get people to eat healthier foods in school dinners, and it's not been an easy battle for him, but my respect for him to go ahead and try to do that. But when it comes to this sort of thing, my feelings alone about this issue is that he has produced something that, yes, I know it's trying to see to fuse a certain thing, but if you're going to have jerk rice, you're going to have jerk rice. I don't think there's nothing really jerk about it. I haven't tried the thing, but I've seen people who have tried it and they didn't really like it, to be honest. I've seen arguments that's actually agreed upon, and you can't really make that sort of thing. If because I'm a black man, I'm accustomed to rice and peas and chicken, jerk chicken, jerk pork. I'm accustomed to all of that stuff. It's part of the culture, if you will. This isn't, but I'm trying to see from his point of view that he's trying to make something that's a bit different, something fresh, something that's going to be exciting and everything else. But I just don't feel that he has made the right move here. Maybe him and his team kind of made some errors on that, but I don't know. All I know is that it's probably the wrong thing to put out, and I don't know how he can come across. I don't hate a guy from trying to do something different, but I will kind of stand on the idea that jerk rice, you cannot put seasoning in on rice. You just can't. It won't be a good thing to do, to be honest. But I don't know. I haven't tried the product. I would love to have a try. Next time I'm in the supermarket, I will have a try of it, and I will update you on how it tastes and everything else. So, but for now, my judgment on it, it's a kind of a bad move, but I'll have to see the product before I make a better judgment from it all. But at the moment, from what I can see, and the stir that he's created, and the backlash that's actually out there at the moment, it's just not good. And I think that Jamie Oliver needs to uh, kind of see where he's gone wrong with this and see what he can do to rectify it. But I don't know. I'll have to try the product. Okay, we're coming up to the next topic, and I'm going to be speaking about Lee Bartram. Now, Lee Bartram is a police inspector, a well-respected police inspector, and he has been guilty of having pictures of young children, and he will be sentenced on the 13th of September. We don't know how long he's going to go into prison for until then, but when you look at this, um, the police are supposed to stand for something that's good. The police are supposed to be one of those people that's, you know, trying to solve problems on an impartiality basis, but also to protect others from harm. They're also there to uphold the law. Um, yes, when you are, you know, when somebody's having a private life, you're entitled to have a private life. But when you have this sort of thing, it makes your position completely untenable. And I think what's happened as well is that it's just not right what he's done. I don't agree with it at all on any level. It's bad on any level. And I just simply believe that it's just the wrong thing for him to do. And now look at that, his career has actually gone down the pan, and he's going to go to prison for it. And it just doesn't make it right. You know, how would you feel that if that was your child that was actually having pictures by a gentleman? How would you feel about all that stuff? It's crazy. You don't want to do that. It's mad. It is really mad. I would actually be very concerned if I was a parent, but I'm not. Um, I'm trying to look at the way that. No, I can't actually. I can't. I'm sorry, but I can't. It's abuse of trust, you know, and and as a member of the public as well, it kind of it leaves a sour taste in the mouth of the public right now to actually think that, you know, the police is somebody that you could turn to, the people you could actually look up to, you know. I'm not saying all police officers are bad. I'm not saying that all of them are having, um, you know, I'm not saying they're all bad. I'm just saying with this particular person that he abused his position, and you know, he will pay for it, and rightly so. So yeah, I don't agree with what he's done at all. So we're coming up to the end of the podcast now, and I wanted to end on a lighter note. I came across this story as I was creating my notes for this episode, and what I saw on YouTube was truly inspiring. Now, there's this boy called Bo Bazaski. He is a sixth grader, and he's autistic. He doesn't get invited to a lot of birthday parties. In fact, he actually sits by himself every lunchtime without fail. And until one day, an American football star and he goes by the name of Travis Rudolph. He came and sat with him. The picture of him and Travis went viral. And then he was interviewed about it, and he just simply just said that we just had a conversation and we just went from there. Since the picture went viral, Bo's mother was in tears about it, because normally when you have a son and having that condition, it is worrying, very worrying. I'm not even a parent. It's very worrying because you have to constantly worry about your own child, making sure that they're okay in school, and if they made any friends or all that sort of thing. But when she saw that, her tears were in joy, because Travis Rudolph didn't have to come and speak to him. He didn't have to come and sit down with him. He was there with a group of players when he went to his school to visit the school. He was just happened to be there, but he did it off his own back, which is truly, truly remarkable. Anyway, as Bo's mother went on Facebook, and she got in touch with him, telling him how thankful she was about what he did. And he replied back, and he said, it's not a problem. It's great to do it, and I totally respect him. But he went further than that. He took him to a game. He gave him 2 tickets to see a game, and also he gave him a personalized shirt. How's that for human kindness? Now, the moral of the story is that we shouldn't be eating lunch alone, and we should be out there trying to talk to everybody. And I have always this theory that people do get bullied. I've been bullied, but these sort of people, you have to look at these sort of people who, whatever they have, if they don't look in a certain way, if they have a certain condition, those sort of people can actually change the world. You just never know. They could be one day owning $1 billion business, or they could cure cancer, or they could make some innovation that makes the world better. So my advice, go ahead and speak to them. Go and talk to them. Try and understand them. Even though with us young men out there, it's up to us to kind of build ourselves to be better men when we get out there in the real world. There's no point in having to kind of bully somebody down just because they don't look in a certain way, or because they can't talk in a certain way. No. The line should be drawn here. And we should actually speak to these people. We should actually tap into these people, because it makes everything better. And I thought I end this podcast, episode 16, talking about that. I'll be back next week with another episode 17. So keep it here. And this has been Shakedown. My name's Theo. Catch me on all forms of social media. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next week. Peace.